Hey, it's Random Code here, and today we're going to talk about the basic concept of Maven, which is a build tool for Java, which can be used in any IDE and for any project, but I'm just going to showcase it with IntelliJ, which is what I would usually use. But in IntelliJ, we would just create a new project. Instead of then just creating a normal Java project, we would then create a Maven project, and we then have the option to choose an archetype, which is kind of like a pre-built Maven project with some libraries already added and some maybe specific directory or file structure based on whatever kind of project you're creating. We will just create a basic Maven project. I'll give it a name. I'm just going to call it Maven 0 for the first Maven file project thing. We now end up with a very simple project. So we have a file structure with a source, a main containing some Java, resources folder, and a test folder. And more excitingly, we then have this pom.xml, which is our Maven setup. And at first, it might look a bit intimidating that we have quite a bunch of information, but it's just some XML notation and some IDs and some version numbers, which we shouldn't worry too much about, at least for now. What you should know is that Maven is using XML, and inside XML, we're using these tags. So in most cases, we have an opening tag, so properties, and then a dash properties for closing tag. And that's what we're going to build. So if we want to add a library to our project here, I would need to add first a dependencies tag in plural, which allows us to add multiple dependency. I would then, in most cases, if I wanted to use some kind of specific library or project or anything I wanted to add, let's say, for example, I just did a video about material effects, which is a Java effects open source library that allows us to add some material design. I would then, for example, in this case, go onto their GitHub profile and find their Maven section, and I would then find this dependency. I can then simply just add this dependency to my project, then reload here in IntelliJ, which is very simple, or I think in most IDEs you'd have to right click on your project and then reload Maven. In this case, I can go Maven reload project, and it then goes onto something called Maven Repositories, which is this backbone of Maven where all these dependencies are placed. This is just showing, for example, the JavaFX controller for a specific version of this, and it then goes here, grab the dependencies, and then bring it into our project. So also, if you have a very specific project or library or the version or so on you need to find, you can go here, search for material effects, for example, and I think it is this one. And we can then also pick a version and then find the exact same dependency. And that's pretty much the basics of what I think you should be using Maven for. If you're just a beginner and just want to have a bit easier time adding multiple dependencies and multiple libraries, because it can be very annoying to add all these older or maybe too complicated setups that have some kind of problems with versions and so on, and it's just very easy that we can do it this way. So if you enjoyed this quick showcase of what Maven is and a bit of a talk about what we need to do and what you should focus on as a beginner, please leave a like and subscribe, and I wish you all a wonderful day.